Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Stone Phillips. Not your host, but I'll be in the car here momentarily. I'm up in the booth waiting for our friend Diamond. He should be with us momentarily. He said he had a couple of things to run before he had to get on and get ready. But for now, we are here waiting to start the 2026 Gran Turismo World Series. We're here waiting to enter for the 9 o'clock or the 10 o'clock spot at Circuit de Spa. A really, really famous racetrack. Typically in F1, I believe. I'm going to expose myself and say that the only racing I am fully comfortable with is NASCAR. That is the only racing that I know all the ins and outs of. I know some of the ins and outs of the other racing, such as GT racing, which is what we're doing. A little bit of endurance racing like WEC and IMSA, which the 24 hours of Rolex was just this week. Amazing race, amazing car companies, Porsche, Cadillac. Great companies, great race cars, great teams. Hopefully one day we'll be a part of all of that. So that's why we're here today. We're here racing, and we're going to see what we can do to try to really bring home the points today. But with that being said, we only have about 7 minutes before we could enter the 9:45 position slot and see what we can do to make some points today. If you weren't with us in our last live stream on Saturday, last Saturday, what is it? Yeah, last Saturday we were at the ring, the Nuremberg Ring. It was a really emotional, rough race. We only were able to put in two races because of the technical difficulties that had happened throughout the track. Couple of being as our second race of the day ended up glitching out, and it completely took out the entire race for 4 hours. Couldn't get on the track, couldn't get points. We walked away on Saturday with 6 points, giving us 21 to walk away with going into round five, which is today. 2 rounds left, guys. 2 rounds left. 5 and 6. These last 2 rounds are going to be hit really hard. A lot of people are going to be pushing. You're going to be seeing a lot of desperate moves from a lot of desperate companies. I want to say that Ferrari is going to have a really good time on this track. We were doing a little bit of practice yesterday, and on the track there was a couple Ferraris, and they absolutely dominate through El Rouge, the corner up and through here. As you come out of this corner, coming up this corner right here goes up. You're going up a blind hill in this corner. This corner is really, really hard. So this corner here, these hairpins up in the back corner and in the front, the extended hairpin gets people, and then of course you have your chicane in the end there. The chicane is also where a lot of people are going to be messing up a little bit, but it's it's going to be. Oh wait a minute, no 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 no, this is El Rug right there. That's El Rug. I'm dumb. I'm looking at this wrong. You have the start finish line here, the hairpin, Elver, you come down into the extended hairpin, out of the corners, into your chicane, which is here, your really sharp chicane, and then you can go out. That's my bad. I oh boy, guys, this is gonna be a really this is a faster track. The chicane there and the El Rug are definitely two corners that you really got to pay attention to, because if you're not paying attention, I have a feeling that within the first 5 laps, a lot of cars are going to get taken out by El Rug, because I don't even know if I'm saying that correctly, to be honest. And if I'm not, you guys can correct me in the comments. You can tell me, hey, you're not saying that correctly. I'm not gonna critique at all. I'm not gonna get upset if you tell me that I'm saying something wrong. But uh, yeah, it's definitely going to be an interesting race. We're going to have a lot of fun. We're hoping to see Team Nissan on the track again today. We saw Team Nissan on the ring quite a bit, and it was actually quite interesting because Team Nissan brought it home in the second race of the season. Um, Michelin didn't go so well, and I believe Diamond and I have been talking. I am probably going to take a break for the Nations Cup and let Diamond run the Nations Cup, and I will probably be coaching Diamond through the series because, um, again, the Nations Cup just looked to be absolutely insane with F1s and all this other fun stuff. And as much as I would like that, that is a lot on me. after doing this cup. So we're just gonna try to see what we can do later on. We're just waiting on Diamond here in the booth. Here in about 3 minutes, I gotta go jump in the car and do my qualifying. I'm
Well,
hoping he'll be back. Oh, there he is,
there.
ladies and gentlemen, our
I was
commentator, play-by-play, and crew chief, 13 Diamond Creeper. How are we, my friend?
Good. I was muted for a good minute there.
He was muted.
Once again,
So how much did you actually hear, Diamond? Did you hear our little strategy here?
I only caught the end of that there.
So
But
I haven't done enough of the racing to know where my limits are. I believe I can probably get good 10 to 12 laps out of each tire change. Some of the corners that I was explaining that might have some really bad accidents. We're looking at El Rug here coming out of the first hairpin. The first hairpin is going to mess up some people, but I believe El Rug is going to be the uphill corner there. That's definitely going to be a couple of things that we just got to keep an eye out for.
And to bring up the keys to success, one of them is, for one, you don't have to worry about emotions because we're way past that with the Nuremberg.
Yeah.
There's about 3 opportunities to gain or lose spaces, so it is important that you take advantage of the straights.
It's going to be down to that hairpin again.
Yep, and 2, it's all about cornering. That chicane and that hairpin are going to be, the last chicane and hairpin are going to be your tough spots.
Yeah, the hairpin and the chicane coming into the start finish. Those are definitely going to be 2 corners that I am worried about the most out of this entire endeavor. But I'm not worried per se. I'm just more concerned about and this track really isn't all that tight either. I mean, in the corners it gets a little bit tight, so it might get a little bit, hairy into the corners. But in terms of the actual track itself, we're actually pretty wide all the way through. So.
And the question is it going to rain in this track? And that's going to be another thing. That's going to be a very good question to ask.
Yeah, if it rains. I mean, we're on mediums, intermediates, and wets, so maybe. But then again, we've had those races before. We've only been, on mediums, wets. So are we going to start in the dry and go into the rain, or is it going to be like Dragon's Trail, where we were in the rain going into dry? We're about to find out in 23 seconds.
Yep, and I think that's and once again, pitting strategy is important. Because to me, I don't know if it's going to be it's probably going to be pitting required again.
It is.
That's going to be my guess.
Yeah. Minimum number of pit stops is 1. Alrighty, team. We have entered. I'm going to do a couple quick lap practices to see. Actually, let's see. Oh, no. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there.
Okay.
Looks like
okay.
But it doesn't look like it's going in towards you. That looks like it's going away.
But it definitely looks like rain is imminent in the area. And this was the last, and this is the current time. So I guess we're just going to have to keep an eye on it, really.
Yeah, because, I mean, it looks like that first little bit there is going to go past with not much issues.
Yeah, this is going to be... Okay. Interesting.
It's going to be this first corner, too, you got to consider. There is very few spots where you'll end up drawing penalties.
Oh yeah, for sure. Up in here, like I said, into El Rug, coming into here, you gotta be careful. Looks like you can go all out, but you gotta let off just a little bit. Otherwise, you're sliding and coming out. Oh yeah.
You might want to throttle control that one.
Yeah, that one's gonna be. And this braking zone needs to be much higher up at the 50.
Very good turning.
I'm just worried that it's gonna start off in the wet, and I'm on mediums. But I don't think that's gonna be the case. I don't think it'll be starting the race. I think it'll be ending the race. So.
I mean, that's a possibility. I mean, it could be in the middle too. So remember, possibilities in the middle can be an issue too. Don't want to. That's why always check your weather radar towards the middle of the race, or even the beginning and end, because there's always a possibility it could honestly just go right.
And it could just drizzle on us, and we don't have to pit for mediums at all, or for wets at all. It could just be enough just to drizzle on us, make the track a little bit slickery, just to kind of give us a little bit of that challenge. I think, is this the corner?
You know, but even when it's drizzling, just kind of keep an eye on the radar, just to make sure nothing else is coming in. Because there were situations too where I kind of underestimated the rain or the timing. Yep, that chicane's going to be your Achilles heels.
Could be one of them, yeah.
Because it seems like this car does struggle a little bit in tight chicanes like that, but we'll have to just wait and see. And then again, you could also gain a lot of positions too, so it's a possibility. They're certainly not going to be able to pass people in that chicane unless they're very far wide out.
Yeah, you see how much of a difference it makes when you make that corner correctly? Look at the difference.
It makes a big difference, and throttle control is part of it.
I apex too soon?
But you're still in.
I knew it. That hairpin, I always apex way too soon, and I think I'm out of it when I'm not. That one's not as bad. This one isn't as bad either.
Well, the thing too is that it's going to be, there's a lot more opportunities to pass than Nuremberg.
A few. Too early in the gas. At this point, I'm just trying to practice and know where my points are to see where I can and where I can't push. That's the whole reason I'm practicing. You just gotta learn. You know, you set one good lap on yourself.
Yep, and you go from there. Yeah, but also good news is that it's not going to be a huge track either.
Yeah, really. It's not nearly as big.
I don't even think it's a fraction of the size, honestly. I think it's the only part you can really compare it to is the Grand Prix layout, or the Grand Prix section.
Yeah, the Grand Prix loop, and that's it, yeah.
So
I'll pull one more good lap in.
It's a fraction the size, and
interesting. And again, with good control.
And consistency here is the key too to this race. It's all about consistency.
Absolutely.
Now it's
Well,
I don't think they've drawn anything exactly yet on you, so. And once again, it comes down to that is the penalties are very unpredictable too.
yeah, they're really weird. I think it's only like if you use it in an instance if you're like you're corner cutting or you're using it for position control. I'm
Yeah,
not
I mean,
really
I
sure
guess
how it works, to be honest with you.
yeah, and also it doesn't really give it to the right driver sometimes, so you might
Oh yeah, like
somewhat
I've gotten penalties for other people driving before.
which we observed last race, that's for sure.
At the
But
ring.
you're doing really good. You're doing really good here with this lap here.
That's a nice clean lap. I like this.
It's good. I think the interesting thing here and the challenge is if you have McLarens and Porsches and stuff, I think that's going to be the real challenge here. I think
Hmm.
that's going to be really the only big obstacle is figuring out all the different cars. I'm sure if there were Ferraris in this contest,
As I was saying,
um,
the Ferrari. I was literally saying earlier that the Ferraris were going to be probably my biggest detrimental
I mean, the
portion in this
Citroen,
entire race. The Citrons, I don't think are going to be too.
I mean, they're up there.
Oh, absolutely, they're up there, but I don't think that they're 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
And I mean, the McLarens, I think they're going to be one of the bigger challenges too, because it seems like the McLarens too can.
McLarens have been very, very interesting this season. We see them for a little bit, and then we don't.
I mean, and it's all possible too that they do their races on later times.
Beautiful roof. Yeah, that's true.
That's a possibility.
That's true. That is true. I didn't take that into accountability. Maybe they're racing at different times.
Because I was thinking the other day, like, why we're not seeing certain cars that we normally would see, and then I was thinking, well, the only reason why I think is they go, they race at different times, and it just so happens that they don't race at our times. But I mean, who knows? Maybe we'll see a few in the beginning, and
Yeah, really,
we'll see
we'll see.
some.
We will see. So now I'm feeling
Uh,
good. Tires are warmed up. Everything feels good on the track today.
yep, we are. This is one of our other big rival tracks here.
Yeah, it is. I wouldn't say this is a good rival track. I wouldn't say it's one of our best rival tracks. I would say probably the Glen, which is the next race on the 31st, last race of the championship. At least we'll be walking away with 1.9 million credits in game. So I mean,
And I mean, what a good start.
yeah, really. I mean, shit. The 1. I'll walk away with 1.9 in game. That's amazing. Like I'm cool with that. At least I actually made points and made it, through. And all you got to do.
Oh, it's all about, it may take a couple seasons to get up, but it's okay. At least this is a start.
Yeah, really.
And once again,
There
you
we
did
go.
very good.
228. I'm good with that. 228. We just kept increasing and increasing and increasing. So it tells us that we are doing really well. We have some
Good,
good. Okay.
good indicators, that's for
Yeah.
sure.
So we have
Uh,
a good little run here today. I feel like we have a decent. I feel like we have a decent
good,
run here today.
it's definitely a good indicator, and Now what we have to do is see what cars are we going to be dealing with today. Now Chevys I don't think are going to be the
No, no,
big
no.
challenge.
Team Chevy is going to be goodbye.
I
I'm
I
not
mean
worried about Team Chevy at all. Team Ford,
I
I'm a
mean
little bit worried about with
yeah,
their with not their GTR, their whatever the fuck you want to call it, their GT, their Ford GT. The Ford GT is very, very quick on accelerations. I'm kind of concerned about that a little bit, but
yeah,
not
I was
as
going to
much. So I mean,
also
I'm just gonna play it by ear,
yep.
play it by
Yep.
play. We have 3 minutes remaining. Thank you everybody so much for tuning in today, and we will see everybody here soon when we start racing here in 2 minutes.
Yes.
All right, do I have enough time to sip my coffee, get ready, stand up, stretch my knee
Yep.
out.
And now that's what I'm going to do here and I'm going to
Coffee's been chugged. Okay, team, let's bring this
alrighty.
in.
So
Let's bring this in.
I mean here we are in the last two races of the season for manufacturers.
This is the last 2 races of the season.
And it's been a very good journey. I
It has
mean,
been. It's been an emotional journey. I will say, at least for me, it's been a very emotional journey for me because like
and
I walked into this being like, oh, I ain't gonna get it far. I'm not gonna make it past the first race. I'm just gonna try it. And the next thing you know, I'm walking into race 5. Here I am with 21 points.
yes, I mean 21 points is 21 points. I mean, a very good way to it's a good springboard to getting you right into things.
Exactly, and for next year because one of two things. I'm still in the top 75 among the entire board. Region, main area, and secondary area. I am in top 75 in the manufacturer, the region, in the regional itself in the region. So that includes North, South, and Central America. So I'm still up there. I'm taking this as is because next year I'll actually have all the stuff ready and I'll have the tools at my disposal so I know what I'm getting into for next year. This is just my prepping for next year because next year you're gonna see me in them championships. I'm telling you.
Yep, Paul, and
And we
here,
can't wait to see your debut in the Nations Cup. Oh, we are so
oh
excited.
yes, this is going to be very exciting. This is going to be something that, and for my channel, it's going to be something new for
Absolutely.
everybody. So, I think what I really honestly called this year, my new series here, 13 Diamond Creeper Racing,
Oh, I love that. 13 Demon Caper Racing. I love that. That's a nice ring. That has a nice ring to it.
and I might actually I might actually end up making myself some personal decals.
That would be cool as
Um,
hell.
to make 13 Diamond Creeper Racing come to be a reality.
Well, that would be
And
really cool.
but it's going to be interesting. I'm going to be doing formula racing, which is one of my specialties.
Exactly. That's why I was like,
Um,
aha, I'm gonna step this out. Diamond's got this. T minus
yes,
15 seconds before we
it's
start.
gonna, but it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting working with
Yeah, it is.
the channel, working with different cars. I think there was grade two. I think from the last time you told me.
Yes,
So
I think there was at least maybe 1 or 2 grade 2 races. All right.
yeah, which once again, that's more of my specialty.
All
For
right.
well,
We're
I mean,
up
it's
here.
honestly both of our specialty. Alrighty,
Let's
so
see
we are.
here. So, ooh, we need a 5th place. Oh, this is a really good. Oh, this is a really good race to make some points here. This is a
Yes,
really,
this is
really, really good race to make some points. The top place finish is going to give us 8 points in total. Oh
alrighty.
boy.
Let's
Okay.
we can
Okay.
make some
Second and
real
first, we have
points.
nine points. I mean that's realistically if we
No,
can,
you're
but like
fourth. You're fourth in the
in the
stand. You're
lobby.
fourth
Okay,
right
in the
here. Yeah, in the
lobby. Oh,
lobby
we have
here.
Genesis. Okay. Oh, look at this. We got a
We do
fellow
have
team
a
member.
Nissan.
A fellow team member. We have some Porsches, some Lamborghinis. Uh huh. Uh huh.
All
Where's
right,
number
all right.
3? Uh huh. Okay, so we have 3. We have a couple Ferraris. We have a couple of Lamborghinis. We have a couple of. It'll absolutely be interesting. We have a BMW. We have
Now
some
the
Porsches. Mhm.
You don't mind if I interject here?
Go right ahead, my friend.
Is that I think I'm kind of reevaluating the Porsches here because I
Me
remember
too.
racing with the Porsches here because I
Uh-huh.
remember us testing the McLaren versus the Porsche, and the McLaren absolutely smoked
Oh,
the
yes.
Porsche because I remember you were in the Porsche and I was in the McLaren, and that was a very
Yes.
interesting.
But I don't see any McLarens on the track.
So yeah, you might end up getting a little bit of but we're
4 minute
now in a
qualifier.
so you'll have 2 laps to do it. I think they give you more than enough time to do two.
I think so, yeah.
I think that's kind of the MO here is 2 laps because
Probably.
I was taking the time too, and I'm like, I think they give me more than enough time for 2 laps.
Oh, there's some nice 2 good old laps. All right.
I'm second so far here, and so I mean it is absolutely
Beautiful,
possible.
beautiful route. Oh, yeah, the heart's already pumping. Was already rushing. I'm already.
And we already have a penalty being issued to the
Crossing
Ferrari
penalty.
up there.
Crossing the pit lane.
Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, it looks like 1 second or something here.
3.
3 second. Okay. I wanted to make sure I was reading that because sometimes it's kind of
I almost
hard
apex
to.
soon. I almost apex soon in there.
All right. I think you definitely have the track on this one. I feel like you're gonna have the ability to get through this track easier than most of the grade 3s on this list here.
I think I have a good chance here. If I don't do anything like that.
Okay, it's okay. It's all right. You know, mistakes happen. Luckily, you got quickly back on. Crossing the pit line is definitely going to give you a tough time, but that's going to be only once. That's only going to be once, and that would be one worry here. I mean, and once again, there ain't that many places that are going to draw you any penalties from, so that's going to be hard to do.
Oh, absolutely.
So it's really going to be a matter of making sure you don't bump in the cars, or hopefully other cars won't make mistakes that end up giving you the penalty. And that Porsche is kind of keeping with you.
Yeah, he is. This was 222. Holy crap. All right.
Maybe I kind of underestimated it just a little bit.
All right. He made that dive successful. I mean, I feel like he was a little bit tight on it, but that's okay.
I mean, that was honestly, if I was probably from his perspective, that was a good move to kind of force you outside.
Probably. I mean, yeah, that's what I would have done. I mean, realistically speaking, yeah, you're right. 2 laps.
So, all right, maybe I have underestimated the Porsche here, but then again, I mean, we haven't before tried Nissan versus the Porsche before, so I would not know probably wouldn't know the difference that much.
No, we really wouldn't.
But then again, I mean, we've raced in the Porsches to kind of know how good the Porsche really is. And honestly, a good track to always get yourself on is the Nürburgring.
Absolutely.
I mean, if you really wanted to test the car's ability, that Porsche is gaining significant momentum here.
Yeah, he is. I mean, that's insane.
So that's something to definitely keep an eye out for. That's for sure. I mean, this is kind of... Oh,
I caught it.
Lambo, right? The Lambo's a pretty competitive car, that's for sure. So I would imagine next race they might, for the top 3 or something, they might be 10 next time.
They might be. They might be.
I'm guessing so. I'm guessing that it's like, you know, finish strong.
Yeah. With the spin.
Alright, well, it's okay.
We're going to be going down. We're going to be going down a lot, yeah. We're going to be going down a lot, yep. And we're just praying that 8th place is where we are sticking. It looks like 8th, okay. Looks like we're kind of sticking around the 8th, 9th place. The back of the pack is still running.
Ooh,
we have the Honda. We have the Honda. We do have our other teammate, the Nissan. Okay, so it's almost looking like an 8th place stick.
9.
See, that's what we're talking. I knew with what we were doing, we were fucking up quite a bit. So, again, because we placed low in the qualifying doesn't mean we're going to place low in the race. Because everybody's got the race jitters and everybody's freaking out. Everybody's going to be not knowing what they're going to do. So we are just going to keep ourselves calm, cool, level-headed.
Yeah, and
head into this race is.
Tomorrow will be a new Gran Turismo update.
Oh, Spec 4?
No, it's not going to be a Spec 4. It's going to be just a couple new cars. So what are they going to add here? Oh, they might be adding another Grade 3 Porsche here.
Interesting.
Got another Hyundai, Porsche.
Okay. Now hold on, whoa. Okay, now whoa, look at this.
Whoa, we got rain.
Look at this.
Yeah, rain directly going right in. And I don't know if you could switch tires now, but...
Should I? You think I should switch tires now?
I almost am believing so, and I don't think... Okay, I was going to say, I don't think you can. Because it looks like it's going to completely...
Yeah, you're right. It's coming in, but that's all, like, light...
but light stuff, but we don't know if it's going to be...
4 Lambos unite, he says. Okay.
Alrighty.
Yeah, it looks like it's gonna start drizzling right around the start of the race, get heavier, and then lighten up.
Yeah.
So maybe we start the race on the intermediates. Here we go. I love this so much. This is such a nice opening. I love it. Amazing. Lamborghini, Volkswagen, Toyota, Ford, Mercedes, Porsche. There's so many great companies. Honda, Nissan, Chevrolet, Toyota, Dodge, Audi. Amazing companies. Amazing companies, amazing racing, amazing teams. Alright. Race 1 of round 5 begins here.
And here we are with the play-by-play. I'm Thirsty Diamond Creeper doing the play-by-play. And as we are starting here, we have a very interesting race.
You can see me back there. You can see me back there. Lamborghini brings up the front in first place. Second place, a nice good old-fashioned Porsche. Third place, Lamborghini bringing up the front. Lamborghini's really big up the front in fourth place. Fifth place, we have the Audi. Okay. Audi's in fifth place. Sixth place, another Porsche. Porsche making up the top.
Right.
Seventh place, we have that Ferrari. Eighth place, we have the Honda, Team Honda. Ninth place, we have another Porsche. Porsche definitely making predominant. Number 10, we have us, Team Nissan. 11th, so Team Nissan bringing up 10th and 11th. 12th place, we have Mercedes. 13th place we have Genesis.
Yep.
14th place we have Ferrari. 15th place we have Lamborghini bringing up the back. And in last, BMW. Alrighty, mister.
And here we are. I mean, we're at lap 1 of race 1 of round 5. As we have a bit of a rainstorm coming in. I don't know.
Maybe we shouldn't have. Fuck. Alright, well,
We can.
we'll run it and see what happens. We will see what
I
happens.
mean, maybe we just overreacted a little. Then again, you never know. All right, off the start-finish line in the lap 1. Looks like the rain is coming in.
My fuel too.
Oh yes, ×2. In the corner, it looks like the people are being pushed. It looks like Ferrari got pushed. Phillips now on the first on the first straight. Ferrari putting up a fight. He's still going up, and there was a fight up ahead. One slipped, and down goes the Porsche into the wall. That was a very nasty. Ferrari going right into the wall too, and that was a nasty crash. And a 0.5 penalty already drawn up. Phillips now in the corners, doing well despite of that one penalty drawn for ignoring track limits. Phillips now in the corner. The Honda has a 3.5 second penalty drawn. That is a very bad penalty draw up. That's a very long penalty. 9th, behind Phillips. Tried to overtake, but unsuccessfully overtook. And as 9th is ghosting, and we're going to be in 9th coming up on this penalty, and this bump. I hope we don't draw any more penalties. All right, here we go.
There's my penalty, and
back
it's a
down
very
to 10th.
very quick one.
But this is but you can easily get back in the race with that. Now that one Honda I think had a 3.5 second penalty. Maybe that's for next lap?
No, he already served it.
I mean, I think of 3.5 seconds, I think of a long time, but...
Yeah, no, he was up there quite a bit.
And the rain is now going away. I thought the radar looked like it was going to go at us. Right at us there. But there was another fight up ahead in the pack up front and the pack on the back. Oh, Phillips out of the straightaway, held it. The Ferrari pushing. Phillips holding it in. Ferrari holding, trying to stay with Phillips, and does. Phillips manages to do a turn and keeping it in. As Phillips is catching to the Honda, but that Ferrari is still continuing to keep up. Phillips, and in the corner, as the Honda ghosted and turn. And I genuinely believe that we may have accidentally did the rain, unless the rain is still heading at us, or is it going away from us now? as Ferrari does pass, but has a 0.5 second penalty, so that should be more than enough time for Phillips to regain 10th. I'm beginning to think I'm beginning to think more and more that we may have underestimated the rain there, eh?
Yeah, I think so too.
And that was Phelps entering the back straight, does a turn. That Ferrari looks like it's served the penalty and still 11th. Comment so far, right?
I'm gonna bet I can't stay out on these.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think we kind of overestimated there. I mean, for me, I personally did believe, right, that it was gonna rain in the beginning, or at least I thought, right? And the Mercedes, once again, Mercedes behind.
I don't know why you're flashing me like that if you can't get around these corners as fast as I can.
And the Mercedes is flashing their lights. Phillips keeping it in, went off the track a little, but keeps in. Phillips now in 12th, has plenty of a race to catch up, right? And I'm getting a feeling here that the rain's actually going away, or is it coming in still? That's a good question.
It's moving in so slowly that I can't stay out on these.
I definitely agree with that. That's for sure. So a little bit of a setback in lap 3, because that was definitely an overestimation on what the rain was going to do, because it looked like, honestly, in the preview before the race, that it was going to slam right in. But that apparently was not the case. But it does get your one pit done earlier.
It does, that is true.
So the good news here is that it's not the end.
Okay, now wait a minute. Do I stay out until lap 5 and pit on lap 5 to stay out for laps just so that way I can... I'm going to do that. I'm going to stay out until lap 5.
Well, I mean, your front tires...
Because...
Sure.
Because then maybe... I don't even know where pits are.
That's when you're going into the chicane, that last chicane, it's going to be straight. Now, I would recommend going into first-person view just so you can see it. Because it's kind of hard to see it through a cockpit view. And yeah, definitely next lap here we gotta get pit. Then again, that rain is ever so slowly coming in.
I'm almost thinking we pit for another set of intermediates.
And as Phillips gets passed by number 12, but Number 12 has a 3-second penalty drawn. I'm sure that's a pretty hefty penalty. And once again, penalties that are over 1 second or even 0.5 seconds in that case. Is pretty long for a race.
Penny for the intermediates.
And I would zoom out to see exactly how big the storm's gonna be, though. Whoa! Man, maybe it won't be that big, but intermediates might be the way to go here. Phillips entering the chicane, turns, and goes straight there. This is kind of a weird pitting lane, that's for sure.
I have to pit for another intermediates, I think. It's probably the best idea.
Yeah. I think what the strategy should have been was medium to start, then intermediates,
yeah.
but it was definitely an overestimation. And that's the problem too, is and there we go.
Just a splash of fuel too, you know. Yeah.
Phillips exiting. Rain's starting to kick in very shortly here. It says we're in the rain, but
yeah, we are. There's a very light.
It's going to start picking up here in a bit. Yeah, there goes the windshield wipers. All right. And here comes the rain. 5 laps later. But the good news, but this might, a lot of people might end up pitting now because they're going to want to prepare themselves to be in the rain. And as I was saying, Phillips entering the back straight. In 15th place, but has lots of time to catch up, eh? The rain is light as first pits and now ends up in 11th. As 13th is still in pitting. As they were just fuel. 14th pits to get intermediates. And Phillip goes up by 1 by lap 6. As a green light is flashing. I don't know if there was a yellow up ahead. There probably was.
No, Rude was good.
Yeah, that was a very good turn. As 13th, I think, spun out.
I believe so.
That is a big possibility, seeing that it was a 13-second lead, and then all of a sudden Grant goes into a 9-second. As Phillips here now has a 27-second lead over 15th. Phillips now entering the corner, going around the bend, as 13th is still in this race. Phillips now is on the straightaway. A yellow is waving. Yep, and this is where everyone's going to begin slipping a little here because of the surface of the road, or the pavement. As Phillips goes into the back straight and actually catching up to 13th pretty quickly here. Phillips into the corner, into the chicane. Has a good entrance and exit. Heading down, and we do have visuals of the front pack. And as a green light has been signaled. Phillips now in the back straight, or first straight, into the first chicane, and manages to have a good entrance and exit.
That chicane's called El Rug, by the way.
Oh, Rug.
El Rug.
El Rug. Okay. All right. Thank you. That actually, I'll learn something new today.
A little bit of slip up in there.
Bit of a slip up, but still doing good. This rain is at least being consistent with us, so that's good. And good there. Well, the question's gonna be, how long is this rain gonna last? And it looks like we're gonna be in a huge rainstorm. Phillips now entering the turn. Successful turn. Continuing to have over a 9-second deficit over 13th, but has over a 40-second lead over 15th, so there is definitely progress being made. And it looks like everyone is staying out of the pit as long as they can. So I'm not going to try to call something too soon, but I am betting very soon, since this rain is picking up and the surface is becoming more slippery. I am pretty sure we might end up gaining tons of spots in the standings on this race, as we're approaching the halfway mark. Thirteenth pitting. Phillips out of the chicane and manages to take 13th. Phillips now on lap 8. Doing a turn, going to the corner as yellow got signal, and the Ferrari did a slip up, and this is the time where I think everyone's going to start pitting.
My tires started slipping too.
But you got intermediates.
Interesting.
this has been an interesting race so far, nearly halfway there, and we got a big rainstorm. But I'm surprised not many people are pitting. I think some people might be trying to try to see if they can wait it out. Phillips now going into the corner, managing to get into the straightaway, and no one's still pitting, surprisingly. Now, because according to the rain meter here on the track, the rain meter is over half wet, or is getting even more slippery, because since the meter is halfway full, as third is pitting. So that's a good sign that we are at least going to make some places here. And the yellow flag got called again, so another
car mediums.
Yep. And that is going to be the Mercedes 11. Yeah, there we go. People are beginning to pit now to change into intermediates. Phillips now on the start-finish line and is going to be near 10th and 9th, or definitely going to be in 10th. So definitely regained some momentum here in this race.
A little bit of a slide.
Bit of a slide, but continuing to hold on. But the good news is that we're making some progress as we regained 5 positions. So that's at least the good news here. And at least that is a lot of progress. Heading into the straightaway. As now we only have 13 racers left in the entire race. As a few just left.
I don't understand why people leave like that.
That's another thing I never really understand is, like, why did you leave in the middle of a race? I mean, we're almost to the halfway mark. To the chicane we are, and Phillips manages to do a good entrance and exit as the rain is still persisting from what I can tell, and the track is still quite wet, so we might end up seeing some more people pit here in the next few laps. And it is possible to definitely run the entire race. I used to be able to run, or I can run races that are like this and still be able to stay out of the pits. However, it's always good if it's going to be this much rain and the track is going to be that wet. Always good to switch to intermediates. As Phillips' tires are beginning to wear down a lot, especially in the front section. That's honestly a lot more challenging to work with if it's in your front than the backs. Which it would be nice if you could just select what tires you want to put in the front or back, or all that. I mean, isn't that true in real races where they can just put in?
Yes, they can. You can put 2 in the front, 2 in the back. Yeah, exactly.
Or just do 2 fronts. And the rain is very persistent. And we're halfway done the race, and we have pretty much got back into 10th. In the corner. And the front, looks like the front tires are definitely giving, or causing some struggle here. And as a car is coming very close to Phillips there, and that is Team Honda. Phillips doing a successful block. Heading into the straightaway. The Honda tries to overtake and unsuccessful. In the chicane, the Honda overtakes, but Phillips keeps with the Honda. Definitely
the Honda won too. The Honda won too.
And the Honda, yeah, I was gonna say the Honda went right in. I was like, "Where's the Honda? Where's the Honda?" I saw it, and I'm like, "Oh, well, the Honda went out too." A little bit of ghosting, and
we ghosted. That's gonna be track limits. Fuck! I knew it.
Yes. Yep. I was gonna say that's most likely gonna draw a penalty, and.
I'm gonna have to pit again. My tires, I can't.
I was gonna say you have to pit again.
First race in the morning. This is okay. We have the potential of racing. We can race a couple times today.
Yep, and now that we know next time not to immediately go on the intermediates, and that will be more helpful for next time.
Way more helpful.
I mean, because it just, I don't know, when we're starting to race, it definitely looked like it was 100% going to do it in the beginning there.
Right.
And it didn't, and unfortunately that was, but you never know. There's still over half a race left, so it is all possible that things could change here. And you do have a 17-second lead over 12th, as Phillips has to decelerate at the penalty line to
0.5, and it's done.
And it's done.
Not bad.
0.5s are not the worst penalty to draw up.
No, I'd take a 0.5 over anything any day.
And Phillips pits, and most likely he's going to switch and continue with intermediates. And this is by far one of the... But
I'm not going to feel either. Well, if it'll take, 20 years to get me into the pits.
yeah, that's another aspect of this game that we always keep talking about. It's just it takes forever. Pit. At least we'll be in 11th, and at least the good news here is that there's only 12 racers, so
Alright.
you're going to have a lot of the points to begin with, since points are pretty much doubled at this point.
That feels so much better.
Already so much better.
Oh yeah, so much better.
Oh yes, you're
so
already
much better.
already out. Phillips already out of the gate and already back up to speed. And catching up back to that Honda really quickly, unless that Honda had surpassed 10th by now. As other people are pitting now, third is pitting. Still has intermediates, but it looks like for fuel. If that's my guess. Into the corner, Phelps going into the turn, and very good entrance and exit.
Not bad for a wet track.
And it's getting real wet on the track itself. I mean, it's just small amounts of rain, but it is a lot of definitely creating a very wet racing surface. There's the word I was trying to find. Through the corners, into the small little straightaway into another corner. Phillips catching up to 10th very quickly here, as Phillips only has a 8-second deficit with 10th. Now a little over 7 seconds. Now in visual of 10th. And Phillips goes in. No, he did make a turn.
I thought he did.
And that's another thing too, is
Well, that's a Porsche. That's not the Honda.
I figured as much. So I think the Honda's 9th, if I'm not mistaken.
Probably.
Phelps into the first straight. Phelps goes right into the first section very smoothly. Phelps quickly catching up to the Porsche. As a 5-second deficit only has a 5-second deficit. Phillips into the corner, as Phillips continues the smooth turns, good entrances and exits, continuing to hold on to this race. As a 4-second deficit remains of 10, with 10th, I meant. Phillips heading into the turn. 3-second deficit there. 3 seconds left. And into the turn. As Phillips is closing the gap on the Porsche. 8th is pitting, I'm assuming for fuel once again. Actually, out of the pits, apparently.
Oh, a splash of fuel, yeah.
Alright, for a splash of fuel. 3 seconds left. 2 seconds left. 1 second deficit. 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 Phillips now with a 2-second deficit. Entering the straight as people are beginning to leave the race.
I hate that. I really do.
That last chicane is definitely a make or break, but doesn't determine everything. Phillips now over having a 3-second deficit with 10th. Phillips still able to get it going down as 11th pits, giving Phillips a lot more lead and a lot more time and a lot more breathing room to get up to 9th. As it's a 2-second deficit, as he's heading right into the first few corners here. Phillips staying persistent, going into the corners, having over a 1-second deficit lead, 1-second differences with 9th, going into the corner as the Porsche is trying to make up some ground, but doesn't manage to. Phillips entering the straight, continuing to hold on as the Porsche is trying to pull away, but is struggling to pull away. As Phillips cornering is getting down that time pretty quickly. Phillips into the back corners. And as Phillips now still has over a 1.6 seconds deficit, as the Porsche is desperately trying to pull away. Phillips in the back straight, into the corners, as Phillips manages to get down the Porsche's lead by 0.9 seconds here. As the Porsche went into those corners and is slightly pulling away, but not by much.
I'll coach you soon.
And as the hairpin ended up going right off the track, but managing to stay on. Phillips continuing to pursue the Porsche, as I don't know if that's going to draw anything up.
We're safe. My right tire, my right front wasn't on the front. It was still on track. I'm good.
Okay, good. That was kind of a hard angle to look at, but and as the Porsche goes off, and as Philip is right near the Porsche, keeping with this Porsche here, the Porsche is desperately trying to pull away. Phillips trying to catch up with it, or at least be right next to the Porsche. The Porsche is really definitely trying to push it.
Well, I've got the better tires. I can push more than he can.
5 laps to go in this race. Phillips still is pursuing that Porsche. The Porsche is going quite wide on that turn. Phillips stays on the inside the corners. Phillips with a 0.4 second. Phillips keeping with the Porsche, zeroing right in with the Porsche, and the Porsche is still continuing to hold on. Something's pitting. Phillips into the corner. Now still keeping with the Porsche. The Porsche slows down a little bit. Is still trying to pull. Phillips with a 0.4, 0.3 seconds behind. As Phillips is continuing, 0.2, 0.3. This Porsche is really desperate to hold on. As 7th pits with mediums, that's going to be a challenge.
Why would he pit with mediums?
Good question. And I mean, once again, we still have lots of rain on this track. As the Porsche went wide. As the yellow was called, but no more. Now, Porsche pushing. As a accident happened and Ferrari spun out, and that
guarantee it's the guy who got the mediums.
That was definitely
Smart move.
I was kind of gonna say, like, I don't really know why he would pit with mediums at this point in the race. Phillips with the Porsche continuing on, staying within the 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, which Phillips doing a couple of small dives to continue the pressure, as the Porsche is staying consistent. Phillips. And it looks like the Porsche went wide.
Oh my god, he tried diving me.
He tried diving and was unsuccessful.
I thought that was going to be a contact.
And yep, as speaking of just contact, Phillips managing to take the Porsche, cracked under pressure, and manages to wire this one home for at least this lap. Phillips now aiming to get to 7th, keeping in 8th. The Porsche really backing off there, or struggling to catch up.
Porsche spun a little bit. He saved it.
Yeah, I was going to say the Porsche is kind of struggling now ever since that takeover. It seems like he kind of is struggling here. Phillips now on the first straightaway, as it's still raining, as it is beginning to get a little bit sunny here on the track. It's still raining. Phillips now on the straightaway, heading to the first turns. Porsche still over 1 second, but Phillips trying to pull away. He's actually pulling away. Phillips onto the corners, a little bit of sliding and a little bit of sliding, but manages not to draw any penalties. Phillips now nearly having a 2-second lead on that Porsche, heading into the curbs, as the Porsche is trying to regain ground and manages to do just a little, and Phillips is pulling away. Phillips now entering one of the straightaways, halfway through lap 17, as the Porsche is still trying but not managing. Phillips pulling away, having a 2-second lead.
Think about it. People in the front pack are gonna have to pit too.
Yeah, which I don't know if they did or not, because I
Fuel the
think a couple.
tires, because the track, it took a while to get wet. So all those people who started pitting like we did when the freeze first started have to pit, right? Well, the track is drying up a little bit, to be honest with you.
It's still in the rain though, so I think tires are not going to be much of an issue here.
No,
going
fuel.
to. Okay, they topped out twice, so that shouldn't be a problem.
I didn't top on the second time.
Oh wait, you
3
didn't.
laps.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I got 3 laps. I 3.7 laps. I'm good.
Phillips entering lap 18. That Porsche is being very persistent, though.
Yeah, he is. I will give it to him.
As I thought right then and there, it seemed like you were pulling away. Now he's really trying to chip away for 8th. Phillips entering the straightaway. Porsche ended up being pushed back a little.
I'm slowly dwindling away at 7th. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it though.
And the Porsche seemingly slowing down a little, because it looked like the Porsche almost is giving a 3-second lead here, heading into a 4-second lead quite easily.
I fucked that up a little bit. My rotation was wrong.
And
it's always I'm apexing too soon there. I know what I'm doing, and I'm trying not to do it each and every time, but every time I do it, it's just...
Phillips now entering the corner. Porsche got slowed down, it seems. Phelps into the corner, keeping a 4-second lead over the Porsche. 7th seems like it's slowing down because it was over 16 seconds and now heading into a nearly 12-second deficit now.
Penalties?
Pretty quickly, mind you.
Penalties?
7th is, yeah.
Maybe. Penalties. Penalties being issued or
11
something.
seconds, 11 seconds, 10 seconds. 10 seconds, I was going to say 9, but it's like the deficit ain't going down. 7th is pitting as well, so this is definitely a golden opportunity, and manages to overtake 7.
Team Honda. I knew it.
And what a way to get in the lap 19 here. I mean, boy, oh boy. I mean, that was a very tough race to go. Tough race, but finishing up strong. That's very good. As Phillips slips a little bit, but manages to recoup. Phillips now having over a minute lead. A minute deficit, over...
Shit.
6, so
that ain't gonna happen. That's fine.
But still, 7th is 7th. It's a honorable number. Went off the track a little. And surprisingly, that did not draw up a penalty.
I know, right? That's weird.
And once again, the inconsistencies really make it question. It's very questionable when they issue the penalties and when they don't. But that's neither here or there. As 6 has a 1.1 deficit with 6, but 7th is still a number that's good, and at least it's not last. Phillips. The corner, having nearly a 3-second lead over 8th. Entering as the track is still wet. Phillips slipping, but keeping in. Now, Phillips, now entering the straightaway. Almost having a 3-second lead over 8th. Continuing to have high speed and getting high speed in for 20th lap. For the 20th lap. As first is over 2 minutes. 2 minutes here. 2.2 minute lead over overall. That's a lot. Still, I don't think any of them pitted yet, or they may have.
No, they may have earlier on, and I think they're good because if they pitted one of it in the rain, it's fine. Because look at my tires now, you know.
Phillips, all right. Continuing on lap 20. Now the question is, how long are they going to give you?
Minute 30.
Minute 30. You'll at least get 7th. At least. A lot of people did DNF. And after this race, we'll take a short break into the next race.
Not sure I'll be able to pull this off.
But 7th is 7th, and you did a very good job getting into 15th to 7th, which is a big deal. You're going to accumulate... Definitely going to accumulate a lot of points. And did not make it to the finishing line.
I didn't make it to the finish line, though. However, we did save 7th. That's still 3 positions higher than what we had. Let's see what happened with our...
Did we get...
Where are we? Our driver rating went up. I'm good with that.
Yep.
And with the 7 points, we're now up in 28 points.
There we go. There we
I'm
go, everybody.
Good with that. Now remember, top 10 is still 6 points. But we still play 7th. We got 7 points. So we still got 7 points. We still got 7 points. So remember, top 5 is 8. We can still earn 1 more point of the day, or potentially even 2 points of the day. So
yes, let's do
that.
Oh
my goodness. The BMW won that race. There's no way. There's no way the BMW won that race. That is insane. From last to first. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
BMW. Oh my goodness. Congratulations, BMW, for that one in race number 1. Let's get ready for race number 2, 11:05.
And congratulations to Philip from having to slip in the 15th and managing to get to 7th.
So
but
we missed 11 o'clock's race by 5 minutes, unfortunately. So we are going to take a brief intermission to come back to get ready for round 2, race 2 at 12. So join us back in about 30 minutes. So we'll put the stream on pause, and we will see you guys in just a few minutes.
Sure.
All right. See you guys in a minute. Alrighty, team, we're back. I snuck up into the studio to see where Diamond is, and I can't see him, so we're just gonna assume that he had to leave and do something. So it's just gonna be me for the next however long, 10 minutes until we have to race again. Um, some of the points of the next race we're gonna try focusing on is definitely going to be we're gonna start off the race on mediums. We have to start the race off on mediums. Get about good like 5, maybe even 6 laps in, maybe stay out for one more lap where the rain just starts, maybe even 2, because it's a really, really light rain. So we might be able to stay out for maybe like 2, maybe even 3 laps after the rain starts to try to get positions in because we're going to need. Because the intermediates really start to wear down after the rain, after before the rain begins. Sorry. So if we can get out there and stay out there until the track gets nice and wet, those intermediates should be able to carry us through to the end. Oh, this is gonna be a huge pain in the ass. Because last time at Dragon's Trail, I think it was Dragon's Trail, or was it Deep Forest? No, it was yeah. Last time at Dragon's Trail, it was raining. It started in the rain and ended on dry. This time, it's starting dry and ending wet. So we just have to see what we can do here. Um, Diamond will be back, I'm sure, here any minute to give us our keys to success to win here at Spa. 10 seconds. Apologies, I had to sneeze, and I didn't want to, just sneeze in y'all's ear. We're really going to try to bring it home. If we can make a top 10, if we can make a top 5, like we have been doing, we've been doing really good in placing top 10 races each race. I mean, that's still good, except for race 1. And race 1 kind of really sucked at Michelin. I wish we would have known that we could do multiple entries. That would have been cool because I would have done multiple entries. I thought about doing multiple entries, but I didn't do it for whatever reason. So now we're just going to see about how we can bring it home. And maybe, again, like I said, next year we're definitely going to bring it home even harder, and we're going to try even harder. But this year we're just going to use this as a great way to warm up and get ready for it. And then, yeah. And then Diamond is going to participate in, like we were saying earlier, he is going to participate in this year's Nations Cup, which comes up next month. And then after these 2 months, the actual finals go off for the rest of the year, and then they restart, obviously. So we're going to see what we can do. For Diamond, we're going to be taking the number 10, and we're going to be not retiring it, but we're going to definitely be putting it to the side for now to let it rest because we put almost over 1,000 miles on this car in the month alone. The Nissan literally just gave it to us, and they're just like, "Here you go, with no miles, brand new car." Okay, we have over 900 miles on it already, I think. So we've been, because you got to think, we took it around the ring 5 laps, a couple times. We took it around Dragon's Trail. We took it around Michelin Motor Speedway, which Michelin is a pretty long track, I will say. I didn't like the Michigan Motor Speedway, Michigan, wherever that first race. I don't care. It was just, oh, where's my commentator? I need him. I'm not in commentator mood. I'm in racing mood. Oh, Diamond, where could you be? Please come back to me. We have 7 minutes remaining. I really hope he comes back. I really hope he makes it back in time for the race. I mean, he still has a couple minutes before the qualifying begins. But oh wait, what did he text? He said, "Oh, he said, hey, we should start around 11:40." Oh, whoops. All right. So it looks like we're going to be sitting here for just another couple minutes before we get this going. Oh, goodness. Me, oh my. Gran Turismo update. Oh, January 29 Ed series. First Chinese car. Oh, interesting. Okay. So we're getting a couple new cars, including the Hyundai Elantra, exactly, and the Grade 3 Porsche, like he was saying. Interesting, interesting. Gran Turismo is getting that update. That'll be interesting to see once we come back. A little over 6 minutes remaining before we get into race 2 of 3. We're probably only going to be able to do one more run. And then, I don't know, yeah, probably only one more run for the day. And then the final round, race 6 is going to take place at Watkins Glen, which is a it's a high-speed track. I love it. It's one of my favorite tracks of all time. I love it for the way that the way it's designed, with its bus stop chicane, the way it's simplistic. It's a high speed ring. You get an opportunity to do a lot of nice, really good fast laps all around, and it's not bad. So I mean, and hopefully it doesn't rain on us. I'm really hoping it doesn't rain, because if it rains on us, I'm going to be really upset, because why would it rain on my race? Has it been raining on my races? Oh, look who just came back into the studio. What's up, Diamond?
And hello.
Yeah, I snuck up here while you were gone. My bad. I
Yeah,
needed a view.
that's
I needed a better view of the track. I needed to see what you see. And damn, you could really see that hairpin chicane. Look at that. That hairpin chicane looks so much sharper way up here. Well, anyways, I suppose I should make my way back down to the car with 4 minutes, shouldn't I?
Yep. Well,
Oh,
let's
man.
get just another warm up here. You got 4 minutes, so you got enough time to make one lap at least.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You probably should. Probably should jump in the car. You're right. Give me 10 seconds.
And as we're heading back to the track, how was your intermission
Wasn't bad.
there, Phelps?
It was not bad.
Now we're gonna have to remember for next time that the rain may not come immediately. So
No, and I was discussing my strategy. I was thinking I'm gonna try staying out in mediums for as long as I can, for at least maybe 5 to 6 laps, and then pit around maybe lap 6, lap 7 if we can. If we can stay out for as long as we can make those intermediates last longer.
yes.
So,
And here we are back again. I always seem to be missing the strategy part here.
you do miss the strategy part. It's kind of exciting.
Yeah. Yep. So I'm sorry about that. I just had to.
Really, you're fine. You're fine.
I was just finishing things up.
Oh yeah, we all have our things we have to finish up. It's totally understandable. Ah!
And we're way off.
Whoa! That was
highly unusual.
Oh yeah, the braking zone on that was kind of weird.
Hope that's not another controller malfunction. Let's hope not.
No, it was just my braking was wrong. Trying to apex that corner wrong again.
There we go.
Nice, smooth. Alright.
alrighty here. As this is going to be race two. Race two of, I think, 3 or 4 here.
229. Okay, that's not bad. Okay, I just wanted to put one. Like you said, nice one warm lapper. Oh well, I didn't want that. No,
Well, we didn't want
no,
replay.
we did not. We do not want to start back in there. We want to enter this competition. Remember,
Yes,
starting on mediums. Oh, look at that! Perfect timing. Perfect
that's
timing.
perfect timing
650.
too.
Okay,
Yep. So
we
it's
are still on mediums.
yep,
Beautiful.
yep,
It's a beautiful car.
yep. Let's hope. Let's hope. I just hope that this time around we don't start in the rain because that would be
Oh yeah,
upsetting, wouldn't it?
yeah, it
Wouldn't it
would.
be just upsetting if all of a sudden we had a new strategy and then all of a sudden it just turns
Yeah,
out
it turns out it just dumps the rain on us in the first 5 laps. That would be shitty. I would be so pissed off. I think I'd be so
I
mad.
don't I don't want to call anything, but
No,
I'm
I
just
don't.
saying like prepare.
That would be so shitty. Now
I'm gonna just honestly say just
that would be.
be prepared,
Yeah,
be
that would be
ready
that would be horrible. Now remember,
because I
keep an eye on this Nissan. This is the last time you're going to see it in this scheme, as it's going to go through its final edition scheme. The design team's taking a hold of it the next couple of days, and we're going to see what they come up with. Because ooh, I'm excited. Here we go. Entering in, we are one of the first entries for round two, or race two of round five. If it'll let us in. Oh, I don't like that. Okay, okay, okay. We're in. We're gonna wait a couple minutes here because it's just this is going to be oh so interesting. Because I mean, uh, I'm not really sure here. All right, we
yeah
got our first race
here.
done. What are our keys to success now?
Well, well, for one, we gotta make sure we have a good pitting strategy. Get ready for the rain when the right time comes, because we don't want to end up starting like last time where we ended up
That's what
in
I'm saying.
last and then making our way back up to seventh. Let's hope that uh, two, make sure we can get our apexes, button up some corners. That's the most important thing here because we did take a few penalties, although fortunately they were not too.
No, it
They
was
weren't the
literally
worst penalties.
It was in El Rug as well. Every time it was in El Rug. My strategy is to stay out for the first 6 to 8 laps. Try to stay out for as long as I can to let the track kind of yes get a little bit wet, but not so wet where I'm spinning and sliding around. Just so that way my intermediates can last a little bit longer. Because as it was, we could only get about 5 laps, 5 to 6 laps out of intermediates
Yep,
in, you know
and
what I mean? So it's just we got to make sure that the track is set up for the intermediates. So we may have to do a lap or two on mediums in the wet, but I don't think it's going to be horrible because the rain is smooth, it's easy, it's not horrible. So we'll be able to just kind of cruise right through it, should be. I don't,
Eric, that sounds good, and it's all about having that good pit strategy. And I don't think you have to worry about fuel all that much.
no, maybe just a top off if you know what I mean. And if I do it right, I might only have to pit once. I may only have to do one pit. But it's just it's all about the timing. It's all about what I can do and how I can do it. Really.
Yep, and I mean, because fuel's only times two here, so
Hmm.
it's you're not gonna really lose
I
all
totally,
that much in the long run.
ladies and gentlemen, I totally forgot about my coffee. Wow,
Uh-oh.
man, I'm in the racing brain today. I'm telling you, every day. There's
Yes,
just
and
always.
here we are in the last last two races here.
Last 2 races of the day, and then like I was telling the crowd, round 6 is going to be oh boy, round 6 at the Glen.
Yep, and that is the final race for the championship.
for the qualifying of the championship. Which I mean,
Yep.
as it looks, I mean, if I make it into the GT3 league, that would be amazing. Like, absolutely amazingly insane. But I mean, again, we don't know. We simply don't know unless we try, right?
Yes, and that is true.
Nothing like drinking coffee. Uh, with 10 minutes remaining, oh, how will we do this?
Yep, and we're gonna get.
How will I do this? How will we do this? Oh man. Well, we have spectators in and out. I mean, that's cool.
Yep,
That's these
yep,
people are popping in to
and
saying hello. It's nice.
yeah, it is.
Has anybody said anything yet? Have you seen?
No.
That's fine. That's fine. We have 9 minutes remaining for this. All right. Yeah, so I'm gonna try. I mean, it's gonna be interesting because the rain starts so slow. It gets a little bit, just enough to wet the track by like lap 7, and it's just.
Definitely.
If we can start the race, and then we saw with the Ferrari, he pitted too early and got the mediums, and whew, boy did he, boy did that not end well for him.
Oh,
Didn't
and
end well for him,
it's
but I mean, it happens. Nobody, you never really know unless you try it.
definitely. And as for me, in terms of a livery for my car, I'm definitely looking. I'm definitely searching
Oh, but
someplace
you have multiple
to try.
cars you have to do. I only have the one. That's gonna be a pain in the ass.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I got. Oh, you talk about my cars in terms of what I'll have to do, or
Right.
no, but yeah, I'm already. I am actually never ever. I did always try to do the decal editor or the
Mm.
create a decal from try to upload one. It's kind of hard to do.
It is a little bit from what I've seen, but I haven't experimented with it too much to be honest with you.
I have, and I mean I did try to get a couple. I tried a couple of things and it just didn't work
Mm.
for me. But I'm very determined here to at least get one.
At
It's
least.
one.
Yeah. At least the top 10, right?
Yeah.
At least one top 10 would do, you know what I mean? A top 10, top 5.
Yeah.
Oh, man. 6 minutes
Oh yeah.
regarding, and here we go into. Oh, boy. Hmm. All right. Oh boy, this is gonna be a good one. We're gonna try to hit it home.
Finish strong.
If we can get a strong finish in, we can do this. We can totally do this.
Yes, we can.
All we can do is try sometimes. That's all. Oh boy, this is gonna be interesting. This is going to be very interesting. So we're gonna be able to see, and now that we actually had the opportunity to see what the track is like. Now we get to know, the first race is always the practice race to see what the conditions are going to be, how the lobbies are going to be, see how they're going to be. I mean, the lobbies didn't feel as aggressive as they did at, let's see, Dragon's Trail was pretty crazy.
Yep.
The D-Force Raceway, I felt like was probably more of the aggressive runs. Those people were like animals.
Oh, Nuremberg was a very long one.
Oh yes, Nuremberg was
That was a
also.
pretty. That was a pretty aggressive race there.
Yes, Nuremberg was also pretty crazy. I do concede with that Nuremberg was crazy, but I feel like everybody gets aggressive with the ring because you know that even just like 5 seconds ahead on the ring and you're good. You're golden. Just let the ring do its thing.
Yep.
Oh boy, we're gonna see what happened here. Oh, 3 minutes remain. We got this. Okay. Well, I mean, all we got to do is just try to make it hit it home. Why did I get credits? Do
Definitely.
I get credits from racing from the actual right?
Yeah.
Do I get I do get a few credits from actually completing the laps. Yes, I do remember that. I was like, why did I get credits? I got almost 100,000 from that.
I
Really? Because
I don't know.
I had a little bit less than I had a little bit over 8 mil and it was only like maybe like eight something and really there's no way. I mean it is 20 laps. I mean how long is the hour long race event at Spa? I mean that's
hmm I will be right back though, because I do have to get something quick.
oh you better be
But
back. You got 2 minutes. You better run.
yep, I will run indeed.
All right, you better run. I'll see you in a minute. Oh, he better run. He better run. He better run. Better run. Better run. I have no idea where he just ran. Should have took off running. Oh man. Okay, we can do this. I believe that we have a pretty decent chance at this. It's just a matter of really trying to bring it home. Oh God. All right. He's got a minute. He's got a minute, ladies and gentlemen. He's got 45 seconds. Is he going to make it back in time, or am I going to be by myself here? Probably going to be by myself here for a minute. Well, that's okay. 30 seconds remains before race 2 of round 5. I'm now I've got a plan in my head. I've got to know what I'm doing. I apologize if I don't be talking as much. I am okay. I've got an idea. I've got an idea inside my head now how we can approach this to make this right without. We shall see when the race begins. And Diamond is not in the back. Oh, Diamond's not back. Oh, hey. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Got a couple of Porsches. Audi making their debut. Team Honda, Toyota, Ford making their debut. Oh, whoa! Renault. We have not seen a Renault at all this season. No way. Okay. No way. Okay, Renault's in this. We have a fellow teammate down the bottom, a Citroen. Another Ford. It's interesting, though. I really want to see how Renault is doing. Renault's got 23 points. So Team Renault's got 23 points in this race. Ooh, Team Ford's got 56. 45 from Team Audi. Ooh. It says we're in the top 3. I don't like that, though. I don't like how that's fluctuating. That's not cool. I don't appreciate how that's fluctuating. That's okay. All right. Okay, this is going to be a really, really interesting. Oh, Team Chevy.
And
Oh,
here I am.
hey. Look who it is. Look who it is in 10th place.
Alrighty, we got a McLaren here.
That's not a McLaren. That's Team Renault.
Renault. Oh.
Yeah, Team Renault making their debut in this race today.
Okay.
I'm actually really excited to see how that's going to do. We have not seen a single one this race.
I was gonna say we have not seen anything in like quite some time.
No, I don't think I've seen a single Renault all season.
Yeah.
So, all right, we making it qualifying. Oh, there's Team Nissan over there next to us.
And are out of the pits. Let's see how we do in this race.
Just a little living off is all that's needed. Nothing crazy. There goes Audi.
Ooh. And oh wow, my phone is yelling at me right now because apparently I did not turn off the alarm from earlier.
Been there, done that. Look at our teammate up there.
There we are. We're in second so far. Start, and we might end up getting a better start this time, too.
I'm feeling a little bit better about it.
Just from the looks of things.
Could have been better in that corner. $2:15.
2:15. Good start. And we're going to do our final lap here, and let's see how we do. We might end up getting second here.
I don't know. Maybe not second, but maybe top 10. Really pushing this car to the max today.
Yep, this time we're going to go a little bit more to the max.
Ford's really giving me the business here.
Yes, we are.
Why would he dive that? Why would he dive that? Why would he dive that? Why would he dive that?
First here so far. We might get pole here.
Oh no, we didn't get pole. We did not get pole. We were up there. We were up there. Ooh, what is this?
All right, hold on. We still.
What is this? Okay.
Four.
Okay.
Let's see how this Porsche does.
What is this?
All right, we might get top 4.
What is this, team? Okay.
5.
Okay.
5.
Okay.
6.
Okay. Okay. Whoa, team Chevy bringing up 5th place. Okay. I'm liking this. How did the Ford get the pole with that what?
No, it's 7th. Okay, well.
All right.
Quite similar placement. This is looking like a more competitive 8. Similar 9th. Okay.
So we're 1 position up from where we were earlier. Oh, the Ford didn't get the penalty. Well, the other Ford got the penalty. Okay, so Ford brings up the front. Where did our teammate place? Oh, I don't see him. He's down there. Okay. Team Renault.
Renault.
Okay. Okay.
Well, I mean the Renault
Okay.
looks
Okay.
like
This
been
team,
okay.
this guy here seems a little bit sketchy. I didn't like how he tried diving in the um. I don't like how he tried
This
diving in the chicane there. I don't understand what like. There was
that seemed
no. There was nothing
well.
there for that at all. Like you couldn't. Not like okay. As it is right now, if we place ninth, why were we okay? If we place ninth, we still get 6 points. Well, not really, because we're getting less than that. So we need seventh so we need fifth or higher.
Which would give us, I think, a point more. Here we are again.
Beautiful.
All these great racing machines.
All right.
And here we are. Here is the play-by-play coming up on the second race of the 5th round.
We're still out there. You can still see us back there. Look at us.
There we are.
You see us back there. So this is interesting because Ford brings up top first and second. Very interesting.
I was going to say
Third, we have Seaton. That's going to be an interesting go again. Seaton's going to be interesting. Fourth place, we got a Lamborghini Weenie. Fifth place, we got the Porsche. Top 5 as always. Sixth place, we got the Honda. Interesting indeed. Seventh place, we have another Porsche. Bringing up the front. Eighth, we have Team Chevy. Let's see how they do. Ninth, we got Team Nissan. Here we go.
Oh, yes, here we are.
10th, we have the Audi. Interesting. 11th, we have a Ferrari. Okay. 12th, we do have the Team Toyota. Not bad. They're going to be interesting. 13th, we do have the Porsche. Another one. 14th, we do have the Renault. That's going to be interesting to watch. And then 15th, we have Team Nissan bringing up the back. This is going to be a great one here. So we're just going to try that. Team Chevy is going to be interesting to watch. Team Chevy is going to be really interesting to watch here. I'm really excited to see how Team Nissan is going to look.
And
Team Chevy is going to be.
I'm surprised by the Ford now that it's actually pulled.
Me too. Okay, let's see.
I genuinely believe there was no chance of it pulling, but it did.
Oh, rain's going to be different this time too. Look at this. Rain's different.
And look at that. The rain is completely different, so it might actually come to the very end. And off the starting line we go. As the Chevy is pulling away, there's a pack up front. Phillips, first turn. A little conflict within the pack, but not by much. Phillips overtaking the Porsche, but not out of trouble yet. Phillips still holding on to 8th. The Porsche backing off.
He's going to get that penalty.
And a penalty might be warranted there.
There it is. I was going to say, how the fuck did he not?
And the Chevy ends up getting a 0.5 penalty right off the bat. Phillips in the pack, did a dive, did 2 takes over quickly, and now not out of danger. Still in the bunch up. Phillips keep continuing. Out and got
they got their dives as well.
And that was an interesting start. Phillips back into the corner, manages to pass the Honda quickly. Woo! Right in the bunch up and manages to get 7th. Phillips out on the straightaway, continuing to the corner. As a nice entrance and slips off the track. so far, still good. Into the corner. Into the turns. Nice entrance and exit. And determined now to catch up with Chevy. Phillips in the corner. Now heading down the straight as the Chevy serves its penalty. Coming up very shortly at the penalty line at the straightaway. And Chevy manages to keep going. As
Well, the
that
0.5 is
0.5
not
penalty,
that big.
not that big, but it definitely is. It can be costly too. They definitely can add up over
Absolutely.
time. Phillips into the final back straight, into the first chicane. Continuing down out of the chicane into the second lap with a strong opener. That was definitely a very strong opener by Phillips. Now entering the second lap into the corner. Yeah, catching up with the Chevy, although the Chevy's trying to put some distance. Bunched up with a Ford. And I do believe up ahead, because it looks like there's a fight going on over there, up there in 5th and 4th, it looks. Looks like the pack is spread out a little. Phillips, now 0.9 second deficit with the Ford, or Chevy, excuse me, as I'm getting all my manufacturers twisted here, or mixed up here. But Phillips is continuing to do good. Chevy slowing down. Phillips having good throttle control into the corner. Phillips out of the turn. The Chevy starting to pull away. Phillips definitely, that's for sure. Phillips having at least a 2.5 second lead over 8th, heading down the back straight here. Into the corners, into the chicane. Out of the chicane, went over the line a little, but nothing that warrants a penalty. Phillips now heading down to the straightaway. Chevy is pulling away. Although a Lambo, Ford, and a Chevy bunch up is happening. And yeah, it looked like a penalty too that the Lambo got. Phillips now heading towards the Lamborghini. Only a 0.7 second deficit. Catches right up into the chicane. He is in and out of that chicane very smooth and very simple and to the point. Phillips now starting third lap. Still that little pack up front as the Ford looked like it went wide. Lambo ended up Ooh, with a little fight and a little bit of contact.
Oh my goodness.
Whoa, a huge fight ensues.
No, we got that. Nope. That's 0.5. That's penalty.
And that might be the Ford had a 0.5, and yes, indeed, you were right on the money with that one too, Phillips. Yep, and that was a very obvious one. That was definitely, and a lot of people got 0.5 here coming up. So this is going to be a very great opportunity to definitely stay with the Ford and stay with the Lambo. And as the bunch up continues, Philip is now trying to catch up with the Ford and Lambo. And as the bunch up happened, it looked like another fight was to happen, but didn't happen. Phillips now in the bunch up. Phillips on the turn. Staying with the Lambo and Ford. Phillips in the turn, holding on to 7th, excuse me, once again. And as we're heading into our first penalty drawn, that penalty was breaking track boundaries, which is only a 0.5 penalty. And as it's being served, Phillips serves the penalty. As the bunch up still continues, although it is Phillips, the Lambo, and Ford seems to be pulling ahead, as that Lambo is trying to definitely get up into 5th again. Phillips into the chicane and a little slide, but did not slide all the way out. Phillips now heading into the 4th lap, still holding on to 7th. Into the hairpin as a successful hairpin turn was made. And down the straight.
This whole track a lot tighter.
Definitely, it's tight in some areas, but if you can take advantage of that first and
look at the pack. Look at the pack. The entire track is pretty tightly packed up.
Yes. And we're starting to head, and as the Lambo gets another penalty for crossing the line.
Lambo gets everybody.
The Lambo's definitely trying to definitely tracking, and so far that Lambo's really trying to pull away. It looks like people are beginning to pull away, and things are starting to spread out a little. The weather's still clear. Phillips now into the corner. As Phillips only has a 1.9 or 2 second now deficit with the Lambo, although the Lambo is going to have a 0.5 penalty to serve. Into the corner, heading down the straight. Lambo's going to serve its penalty. Serve the penalty and continuing. Phillips onto the straightaway. Continuing to stay on racing mediums here. And down the straight. And into the 5th lap, and we're still 7th. Definitely holding on to 7th, which is good. It's only 5 out of 20 laps, so we have plenty of opportunities to pass. But the more important thing is Phillips is still pulling away from 8th. And that is by 3 seconds and 3.4 seconds. That Lambo's really pulling away now. And it may have not drawn another penalty. Phillips, this is the curve. Successful turns. Going down a little bit straightaway here. As Phillips holds the lead over 8th. Phillips now going down the curve. Lambo still in sight. Phillips catching up to the Lambo with inside the turns. Definitely lacks in turning sometimes.
Oh no!
Yellow's been called, and passing a Porsche that spun out and had a penalty. As that Lambo and Ford is battling it. It looked like they were battling for a Brief second there, but managing to get to 6th place. Phillips now going into the turn, going the straightaway. Phillips only having a 1.6 deficit on the Lambo. And that Lambo is definitely trying to get up to 4th place, that's for sure. Phillips in the 6th lap, gained 1 position. Good. Go inside of the Lambo, into the hairpin, successfully. A little slide out, manages to save it. Phillips now going in high speed, going through
Contact.
a little bit of contact. Seems like up front there is a bunching up and a battle ensuing between 5th, 4th, and 3rd here. So this is going to be interesting heading into lap 7. Heading in. Down the straightaway as a little pack is forming behind Phillips here. Down the corners, through a little straightaway. Pack starting to form behind Phillips, but still has over a second, 1.4 seconds, 1.5 seconds again. From 7th and 8th, because it looks like they're bunching up there a little, as the Ford and Lambo are still fighting up there. Phillips now going to the corner. And as the Porsche did a dive right there, definitely caught up to Phillips there. And Phillips manages the block, a successful block. Phillips managing to pull away a little, but not out. Phillips now going into the corner, do the little straightaway, the back straightaway here, going into the chicane. As the Porsche did a dive, almost successfully took over Phillips, but Phillips hangs on as a battle ensues between another Porsche.
That's the Toyota Supra.
Or the Supra. They look kind of similar from my angle here. And as the Porsche and Supra are now 1 second away, that was a close one. Admittedly, that was definitely a risky dive, and that was definitely a move that the Porsche attempted, but that ended up not working as the weather remains clear. Phillips now into the straight. Now in 5th place, there is a 6 seconds difference, almost a 7 seconds deficit on 5th. And continuing to be on 6th. Phillips now entering the small straightaway. Pack behind is beginning to form. Phillips leading the pack. Phillips went a little wide, but managing to hold on. Going inside the corner, successfully going on the turn with confidence. Phillips now entering the turn. Has went a little wide, and I do not know if this is going to be a penalty or not. I don't think so. I mean, but then again, the game can make up its mind. As a dive move was, I think, from the Chevy or Porsche there.
Toyota.
or Toyota, I meant. Once again, I am mixing up my manufacturer. Some of these cars look honestly similar to each
They
other.
do. They really do.
And I can honestly mistaken them for other cars. But the Chevy is way different than the Toyota and Porsche. And the Porsche and the Toyota look quite similar to each other. Got to remember, as a dive move did end up hitting Phillips, but didn't hinder him at all. Phillips out into the chicane. A dive move was attempted. Yellow flag raised as this Toyota there really thought it would try. Actually, no, that was a Chevrolet. Oh, it
Team
was a
Chevy
Chevy.
spun.
Yep, Team Chevy spun, and Phillips is now in top 5.
Toyota spun. Toyota spun. Oh no.
Toyota, oh no, and Toyota spun right out. As Phillips is now on lap 8, and weather's been holding up here. We're definitely on track for a way better race. Phillips managing to get ahead of the pack from a nearly 2-second lead. Phillips now going into the corner. Phillips managing to take it in the inside, and Phillips gets out. Phillips into the turn, successful turn. And manages to hold off set 6. I think that is the Chevy up there behind. That's the Chevy, and the Porsche are seemingly getting into a little bit of confrontation back there. And Phillips managing to keep in as the Chevy went out. The Porsche went out a little bit of the track too. And as the Chevy was trying to make a move, but unsuccessful, Phillips holding it in, doing successful blocks, keeping that Chevy at bay. As Phillips is continuing to do well under pressure, that Chevy is trying to get in, but can't, because Phillips is sealing up the inside, which is a very important thing to do. As the Chevy does a move, does a dive, pushes, spins. Looked like it was going to spin right out of control, but kept in. That was a trying to squeeze right in through card. I see was trying to be played, but did not work. Chevy is definitely, and a dive as a near miss there. Ooh.
Didn't bump me though.
Didn't bump me, but it was close to contact. That's for sure. As people behind are starting to pit now. The Chevy taking inside, but not successfully passing. Phillips locking. Barely holding off. Locking the Chevy. Inside into the corners as the Chevy goes off. But manages to keep in. It's really becoming an interesting contest for 5th now. Question is, when is the pitting going to really begin up on the front pack here? That's going to be a very interesting question, and that's going to definitely be answered in the second half of this race, as there weren't that many people that seemed to be pitting in this first half here. Definitely an interesting first half of the race, for sure. Phillips managing to get a lead of 1.3 seconds at a 17-second deficit to 4th. Phillips keeping it inside the corners, buttoning up the corners to ensure that the Chevy doesn't get through. Phillips managing to go on the straightaway, keeping straight as the Chevy does go off a little, but keeps in. Phillips turning in the inside of the corners. Has good throttle control, as Phillips has throttle control. Chevy attempts to catch up, but it's not successful. Phillips now in the turn, heading down the straight. As the Chevy is very persistent, though, having a difficult time catching up, but definitely persistent. As there is a backpack starting to form up a little. As fourth and third are actually pitting. We might end up getting a very great play. We might end up, and as the Chevy is getting a bit of a tap, bit of an aggressive turn, and the Chevy backs off here as we are now taking third place. This is a monumental moment as the Chevy bumps in. Phillips in the corner.
Oh, he hit the wall. He hit the wall.
And he hit the wall, and oh no, in the wall he goes.
No.
No, no. That was a very tight situation there. Hope the the Chevy is okay. And as we're entering the second half of this race now, Phillips in the corner. Fourth is really trying to catch up now, as is just right behind. Takes a little bit of an outside turn, and the Ferrari manages to catch up into third. Backpacks beginning to form, where the Chevy and a Porsche, I believe, is starting to form. Phillips determined to catch up to the Ferrari. And the inside turns, keeping it in to prevent anyone else from getting in.
Contingency plan, pitting now. I'm pitting this lap.
And as Phillips decides to pit this lap.
I think it's probably going to be a smart idea to pit mid, because then everybody else has to pit, and I'll be able to gain my positions back up now versus later on. So this is my golden opportunity right here.
And as the golden opportunities come, this is definitely a moment to maybe do that, get a nice little breather, and catch up again.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep, as second is pitting, so you might be able to keep some positions as that Porsche is getting so aggressive up there. Had to go out of nowhere. That was a definite cut somewhere. And a bunch up is continuing, and we're going to pit as the Ferrari pits along with the Ford
and the Chevy. I think the Chevy pit with us, and I'm gonna take splash of fuel. Splash of fuel.
Yep, just a splash of fuel, and we'll be good to go.
Come on, team, bring it home.
All right, let's bring this home for sure. Very good race here. I got to say, this is a competitive contest. This is surely not the most easiest race we've been in, but it's certainly not the hardest race we've been in.
That was last race. Give us our splash of fuel.
Yep, and we're off. We're off to the races again. And as we're out, we're now back in ninth, but the opportunity here is to have hopefully everyone else will pit in the second half, and we'll make it back up. As we ended up having a very aggressive Porsche going right through.
And that Chevy.
That Chevy too was a pretty aggressive one too there. Luckily, that Chevy is luckily okay and still in this race. As the yellow has been waved.
Saw that. Don't know what for.
And as the green is getting waved, so we are clear. I'm sure there was like a little slide somewhere here. And I'm going to be honest, at the beginning of this, I kind of underestimated some things.
Me too.
Because I thought more of this is more of a cakewalk, honestly.
Yeah, really. I saw Spa and I was just like, oh, that's easy. No,
This is,
no, it wasn't.
so today's a very interesting theme. It's both overestimating and underestimating things. That's seeming to be a very big theme of this stream today, won't you say?
I would say.
But this is quite a competitive track too.
It is. It's very competitive. And look, there's a bunch of people pitting now.
Yep.
The second half has to pit. Boom.
Number 3. No, 4 and 5 are pitting. We're going to see that Ferrari in front of us pit it.
Mm-hmm.
2 is pitting. And everyone pit it from what I can tell. Although we might be able to get the 8th.
A Toyota pit too.
Yep, so there we go. Back in the 7th place. We made a bunch of positions back in lap 12 here, going into lap 12, I should say. As Philip in the hairpin went a little wide in there. And I'm going to call it now, and I hope I'm not too early on this, but there is no penalty for that one.
Almost was for that one. Oh my god, that was scary.
That was definitely pretty. That was really fast too.
It was.
But, we are making back to where we started, but we still have plenty of laps to go. We have plenty of time here. Plenty of people are going to start pitting. So either people's going to start getting their tires changed, or it's going to be fuel, or just simply just pitting in. So this way they can get that one pit in before the end of the race.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like the rain's keeping out, from what I can tell. I mean, it looks like it's going to rain, but it's not raining. And I'm kind of getting a feeling right now, I'm going to call it, that Watkins Glen is going to be just as tightly competitive.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Because I'm getting that feeling now. I don't want to call it so soon. I mean, I know it's going to be a few days from now, but I don't want to necessarily call things out, but I'm getting this feeling, judging by this race, we're going to have a pretty competitive, pretty tight race. It's not going to be like the first. 5th is pitting, so we're going to immediately, as that Porsche, ooh, that looked like a dive, and that looked like a head-on collision, but wasn't.
Oh.
That Porsche is really aggressive there.
Teammate
takes 6, going into 13th. I mean, he's doing dive after dive to get you, and he's super determined here. As we're having an interesting 3 laps in the second half. As Phillips is had a very...
Oh, he's definitely got a penalty.
Oh, that might be... That's definitely could be penalty.
There's no way that's not. Yep, it is.
Yep, that was a penalty. We saw the little red box there. That is a penalty. Phillips, the turn, as the Porsche was pretty aggressive.
What is he doing?
As he's pretty aggressive. He's an aggressive one at that, and
he really is.
A little head-to-head.
Whoa, hey, whoa!
And he is getting deep down and dirty there.
Yeah, he's cutting this track a lot.
He's trying, and
come on now. There's no way he doesn't have any more penalties than that.
That was a pretty aggressive driving as Philip goes off the track a little.
Fixed it.
No penalties drawn? I'm hoping not. As the Porsche, that Porsche is just going everywhere and it's just super determined. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
As that Porsche goes right into the dirt, manages to hang on. Phillips now entered the Porsche, a little bump.
Ah, no.
As unfortunate as that is most likely going to be a penalty drawn here.
No, the Porsche turned into me. I was holding my line. I was not being aggressive. He turned into me.
Well, all right. Well, it's once again that it's kind of hard to see. Sometimes.
It really is, and it's not for nothing. But the other, it's like I didn't.
Like, I mean, I wasn't directly accusing you. I'm just saying, like, as perspective here, it's kind of hard when something that fast is going.
No, absolutely.
Once again,
no,
another aggressive Porsche coming up. That Porsche is, yeah, I mean, wow, the Porsches have all of a sudden gotten pretty aggressive here.
Yeah,
I mean, I have just noticed that.
Whew. Yeah, they have. They're pretty crazy. That's all right, though. That's all right.
Whew, that's they were, man. That I hope that other Porsche is okay. Although this Porsche up here definitely has a little bit more balance between defense and offense. I mean, that other Porsche was just purely offense and was definitely getting right down in there. Trying to even cut the track, and as Phillips manages to cut the Porsche at a dive, the Porsche is trying to get in, and Phillips manages to get back in the 7th. This is definitely a tighter competition than expected, and the Porsche suddenly got like a bit of a boost there. As
oh my God.
Yep, as a near contact into the corner, but manages not to get contact. Phillips down to the turn. Phillips in the inside of the corner, trying to button up to ensure as a big pack is forming right behind Phillips. Phillips into the chicane. The Porsche to hold on as Phillips slips off. And surprisingly, no penalty drawn. Phillips now entering the straightaway. Continuing down straight. Porsche pulling away, not out. Phillips did a small dive into the chicane, and as the Porsche stays inside the track and not into the pit, so this Porsche is very determined. So that's going to definitely be probably the theme going into these last 5 laps here.
Did his livery just change?
What?
Did his car just change?
No, there was 2 Porsches. I believe there are 2 Porsches in this race.
No, look at that car. His car just changed. Yeah, he was... I'm not crazy. His car just changed a little bit. Unless it's just the way the...
Probably... I don't know. Yeah, I'm seeing what it's like it goes dark, then light, dark, then light.
It looks like it changes back to its original livery and then changes to his. Yeah.
Yeah, now I'm seeing what you're seeing now. I'm that might be just a glitch within the game itself, maybe? I mean, that might be... That's interesting here. As Phillips is now in the corner, the Porsche slipped, but manages to regain grip and manages to continue. Phillips reeling in the Porsche. The Porsche had a little bit of a problem with the apex, but manages to stay in. And Phillips having at least a 0.2 second deficit. Phillips now into the corner. The Porsche slips a little, and the Porsche unfortunately slips.
No. He ghosted before I touched him. I tried so hard to hit the brakes.
And it's very hard to tell if it's going to ghost or not.
It really is. That's why I like slamming the brakes. I was like, oh god.
No, that definitely. I definitely began to see the
Porsche crack under pressure.
Yeah, that's what I was beginning to see there.
That's what I noticed. I didn't think they were going to spin out. That's not what I wanted to have happen. Like, I didn't want them to spin out.
No, but you know, unfortunately in racing, it's you make mistakes when you're in high on pressure.
When you're exhausted, you're tired, you're like, your brain is it's crazy.
It's, you know, there's many, you know, it happens. I'm hoping that Porsche is okay. Phillips now in lap 16, up 6th place. As the front pack is definitely very spread out now. Phillips now heading in, and Phillips is now 5th.
Oh, because my teammate left.
Oh no. Here we go into the corners. Phillips still having a 1-2 second lead. You know, the leads and the deficit keep on changing. Given in the corners. I mean, this car definitely has cornering.
Oh yeah, I love this car. This car has great cornering capabilities.
And I think that any track with cornering is definitely going to be a winner in that. That's for sure.
The Glen, baby, next Saturday.
As we're heading into the final 4 laps of this race. As we're up at least 2 places. Up 2 places here. And it looks like, no, your Nissan is, I think your Nissan,
Wait a minute.
Is right behind. It is right in the rear view mirror right there.
So weird.
I think something, I don't know what happened to, it's kind of odd when that happens, that's for sure.
A little bit. Well, I suppose two Nissans that we didn't see.
Yep, Phillips into the, Phillips now into the first corners. The other Nissan is still holding on and is catching up with, and oh, the Nissan attempted block, but the Nissan.
Oh, hey, whoa.
Whoa, as a bit of aggression comes from the other Nissan.
Alright, buddy, we're in the same car. Where do you think you're gonna go?
Definitely trying to compete, that's for sure.
Where do you think you're gonna go that I can't?
Yeah, that's I thought for a second there he was intentionally trying to get you off there.
But I thought, like, you saw that contact.
Yeah, I did, and it was a brief moment too when that I was just wondering like what was going on with fifth. Another Nissan there. Phillips now heading to the back straight as that Nissan is pulling away. Phillips going to the back straight with a lot of speed. As we are now heading to the 18th lap, 6th place. And if any of you guys are beginning to tune in, what happened a moment ago is the other Nissan did decide when the other Nissan was trying to pass, it got pretty aggressive, and this has definitely been a higher emotional race than I thought too. I definitely thought this was not going to be as emotional as
I didn't think so either. It's crazy.
It's just once again it's definitely a lot of overestimations and I just lost the word. I can't. Oh, there goes my brain there. I couldn't think there for a second. Underestimate. There we go. As as everything is happening quite fast and me trying to keep up with everything. Phillips in the corner. Nissan pulling away. 7th is starting to gain, but not by much. Phillips now pulling away from 7th. Still has an 8-second lead. Nissan continuing to pull away. And very aggressive Nissan and really fast through the corners here, that's for sure. As it looks like there is no rain this time around. And that was kind of surprising there for me.
It was for me too.
Phillips enters the back straight. Went over the line a little, but nothing to draw penalties from. Phillips now entering the chicane. The Nissan is still in sight. However, that Nissan is still pulling away. No, actually, Phillips is catching up a little. On the 19th lap, Phillips enters the hairpin over the line, but still in this race. Phillips now going down to the straightaway, into the turns. Continuing to hold 6th, although 7th is slowly but surely chipping away, but I don't think 7th is going to really catch up at this point, as Phillips still has a 5-second gap. Hard turn, little slide, but managing to keep it in. Phillips now going to the corner, manages to go low. Phillips at the straightaway, into the corner. straightaway. This has definitely been a quiet 19th.
Yes.
And that Nissan is getting a huge lead there. The other Nissan there,
Yeah, it is.
which is kind of surprising to me. Philip down the straightaway, heading to the chicanes. Seventh, still slowly but surely catching up, but still Philip leading seventh. Phillips now into the chicane. And in and out of the chicane with ease. Now heading into the final lap of the second race. Phillips and exiting the hairpin. Phillips maintaining 6th, heading into the corners. Phillips, high speed, managing to continue the lead as Phillips gains a little bit more ground. Heading down the straightaway. Now entering the corner. Phillips heads down the straight. Continuing to hold 6th. Going deep into the corner. As the first place ended up getting in, ended up finishing. Phillips still having 1:17. Phillips now going into the corners. Seventh place is catching up, excuse me, and still having less than your blah 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 blah. As I'm here mixing up my words and tripping over times because I'm looking at a lot of different metrics here at once. Phillips has still a second, 1 second, and 1 second in front of 7th. As we have 1.1 laps to field, but that won't matter. A quick dive, a quick slip, as that Porsche is trying to catch back up. Unfortunately, slips. Phillips going into 6th. That was
Oh my god!
That was super. That was like a couple racers just came out of nowhere on that one.
Team Chevy was aggressive. Team Porsche was aggressive. I have no idea what that Team Porsche was doing. Team Porsche was just no reason aggressive as fuck.
Yeah, just went out, and then that Team Nissan, unfortunately, was the cherry on top to that one.
Yeah, really.
That was a very unfortunate set of circumstances there too. Once again, it's
that was 7 points. So unfortunately, well, that was something.
that was.
Oh, I forgot to save that race. Well,
Ah.
unfortunately, we did miss the 1 o'clock entry. So yeah, unfortunately, we are unable to continue with today's races. With that being said, the last round is going to be this Saturday in Watkins Glen. Thank you all so much for watching, joining us for the race. Host, take us out.
And your crew chief and your host, 13 Diamond Creeper, is very glad you're able to ride along and watch this awesome race come to Walker's Glen on January 31st, the last round of the Manufacturers Cup qualifier. And I hope you all have a good day, and we'll see you
We'll
Saturday.
see you Saturday morning, folks. Y'all take care. Bye bye now.
Bye bye.